Welcome to Octane Mobile Gaming. Welcome once again to the channel. I am High Octane, your host, and today we take a look at the deck that is out for the next Dark Commander event. This is a Beast Killer deck, and I think the Ultimate Form is a really good damage dealer. I think it's brilliant, really. So we're gonna start first and foremost with Ultimate Form, which I did manage to get. I got a copy of the Ultra Rare, and then I craft the Master Collection card, which allowed me to craft the Ultimate Form, which is good because today you get the extra pink star free. So I've got it at 2 pink star. I've awoken it once and I've taken it up to maximum because I believe cards like these are cards which you spend your mana on to actually awaken. So I've awoken it once. Haven't got enough mana to awaken it the second time, but hopefully as the event goes on I'll get enough mana to give it a second awakening. So what this one does, this one is called Lost Covenant, and its battle skill is similar to, well, it's the exact replica of the battle skill on Heretic Hunters, which we all know is a really decent damage dealer from the last Fire Commander event. It converts all non-dark power gems to dark power gems, then it upgrades all dark power gems by 2 rank, then it creates 14 dark power gems 7s, and then increase its own attack by 300%. Now Heretic Hunter gives itself a 275% boost, which we all know is quite decent, but this one is 25% extra boost, so it's a bit more powerful than Heretic Hunter. It's got a free turn cooldown. It's got 2 passive on board, the first of which increase the drop rate of dark gems on the board, which is we're not too bothered about. Could have been a better passive. The second passive heals you for 660 6,660% of heroes recovery. That number is not 2666. We all know what the numbers mean. I won't get into that. It's got panic and it's got might. So might is a buff for the boss. It means the boss is gonna hit a bit harder when it's got might. Panic is not too bad. Panic won't. It's not one of those debuff that's gonna really wreck your deck, like say Chaos or Power Gem Silence or any of those ones. So it's not really that bad of a debuff. Boss is also running armor that's dispelled by, I think, ultra rare. Of the three, armor is the one that you need to get rid of. So this is a pretty decent ultimate form. As I said, it's one that you would want to have in your collection. If you don't manage to get it this event, save your coins to craft it at the end of the season. It's one that you really want to have in your collection. It's gonna be a really useful card going forward, especially when it comes to Dark Commander events. Next one up is the Master Collection card, which also converts all Dark Power Gems, all non-Dark Power Gems to Power Gems, and upgrade all Dark Power Gems to 2 rank higher, then increases its own self-attack by 300%. So if you did manage to get the Master Collection card from the vault, it's going to be pretty useful because it's going to be your card that's going to upgrade all your Power Gems, and it's going to be your card that will give you really decent damage because it's got that 300% self-damage increase. This one also dispels might, which isn't a bad buff for the boss. The next one is Temptress, which is your ultra rare, which generates your power gems. So this one creates 14 power gem 6s. It's got a 3-turn cooldown and it increases the drop rate of dark gems. All in all, it's not a bad ultra rare. It does give you 14 power gems. It hasn't got the self boost. It doesn't upgrade your power gems, but it does produce 14 power gems, which is quite nice. So this is a card that can also be added to your combination this week to give you that extra power gem that you need alongside your Master Collection card in your ultimate form, which are going to upgrade your power gems by 2 rank. This is the main hero. The main hero, Shadowfang. I think it's a pretty decent main hero for this week. It upgrades 5 dark power gems by 1 rank and increase self damage by 150. Now for me, that is a decent main hero. It doesn't produce any power gems, but it does give you 150% damage increase, self damage increase. That's the same amount of damage increase that you get when you activate Metaverse Master's battle skill. That's the same amount of damage you pass on to the next card that activates its battle skill. So that's a pretty decent amount of damage increase, self damage increase for a main hero. It also upgrades 5 dark power gems by 1 rank. If you've got 2 of these, you're upgrading 10 power gems to 1 rank higher, and they're going to be your 2 main damage dealer. These cards are cards primarily used by people who are just starting out, people who are low down in the leagues, who haven't got a wide range in their collection. So it's pretty nice, it's pretty decent. I think this one is a nice one to have if you're just starting out. Pretty decent main hero. Next up is your support card. Now the support card doesn't do much. It destroys all non-dark gems on the board. It's got a 3-turn cooldown and it moderately increases the drop rate of dark gems. Now this one dispels panic, which I said it's not really of a bad debuff. So all in all, this one doesn't really do much for your deck. Only thing it can do for you is to basically use this card to get dust to basically craft any dark commander in future events. So this is just cards that you're gonna dust. So that is your deck for this week. It's a pretty decent deck. I think it's gonna be a really powerful deck alongside other cards which we've already got in our collection. Now I'm gonna take a look at these cards, but first and foremost I'm gonna stop and take a look at High Performance Unit Area, which is a staple in Dark Commander event. Now if you combine the High Performance Unit Area with the likes of the Defraggers, you can make a pretty decent deck if you haven't got the current ultimate form. Now Defraggers is an immortal killer, and it creates 8 Dark Power Gems 6s, and it dispels 1 enemy buff, so that will dispel armor, or it will dispel might, because the bosses are running 2 buffs this week. They're running armor, which is a buff, and they're running might, which is a buff. The only debuff they're running this week is Panic. So it will cleanse it will cleanse one of those, and it will cleanse 1 debuff from each member of your team. It will also heal for 500% of your recovery for each debuff dispel, and it will increase self damage by 50%. I know it's not 300%, but 50% is better than nothing. It's got 2 turn cooldown, so you can attack every other turn. High Performance Unit, it's got a 3 turn cooldown, but you still got the supercharge for 3 turns before it goes, so you can attack every other turn. The first passive, it creates an extra 3 Dark Power Gem 6s whenever this hero attacks. It's got another passive which makes it unstoppable, and it also has got the passive that increases the drop rate of Dark Gem on the board. So all in all, it's not a bad card to have if you haven't got anything else. The next card up is Fierce Family. Now Fierce Family will give all Noble Killer commander cards an increase when it goes berserk. So it's not one of those massive boosters or one of those massive hitting cards, but it's something nice. It's something, if you haven't got anything else, it's something you could consider to use. This is one of the ultimate forms, older ultimate forms, that will give you the Beast Killer skill if you haven't got the current ultimate form and you haven't got Hurt Shaking Colossus, which I haven't got. This one will create 8 Dark Power Gem 4s and increase Dark Commander's attack by up to 50% for 1 turn. It starts at 12% and increased by 12%, and this one is skill point dependent. It also creates an ultimate gem. Now this is one of the worst, if not the worst card in the game. Now this one has got a 6 turn cooldown, and your battle skill is actually ready on cooldown, so it takes 6 turns before you can use a battle skill. I won't go through that one because I think this one is absolute rubbish. High Performance Unit Area again. So let's move on to another card which I think is the staple as well of Dark Command event, which is Metaverse Monster. Now Metaverse Monster, we all know and love. It converts all Dark Power Gems to Dark, all Power Gems to Dark Gems, to Dark Power Gems, and then it creates 10 Dark Gems, Power Gems 7s. It gives the next hero that activates its battle skill 150% damage. It's got a 1 turn cooldown. It does create rainbow gems every 4 turns. This one is an absolute staple of any Dark Commander deck. It's a staple on many other decks as well. Now this is a very useful card. This card will upgrade all Dark Power Gems by 1 rank, then it will create 5 Dark Power Gem 7s and increase Dark Commander's damage by 60%. It's got a 2 turn cooldown, and on attack it creates an extra 7 Dark Power Gem 6s. Now this one is quite brilliant. It also increases the HP of the deck by 50%, and it gives you a revive as well. Now this one is quite good. It's a really brilliant supporting card, or utility card if you want to call it that. Now Navigator Ramsey is from Seaborn Scalawag's deck. Now Seaborn Scalawag is similar to this one, where it upgrades all power gems, Dark Power Gems on the board by 1 rank, and it increases the damage done by Dark Commander by a certain percentage. Not sure how much percentage because I haven't got that one. The next card that you could use is also Earth Shaking Colossus. That one, it only upgrades I think about 4 or 7 Dark Power Gems to 1 rank higher, but it does give it a killer skill because it's a beast killer, so if you've got that one you can use that one as well. We just had a look at Defraggers. This one is a nice one as well, Thundering Behemoth. This one will actually create 6 Dark Power Gem 5s and it heals for 1,500 hero of heroes percent of heroes recovery. I don't know. I'm just missing all the words tonight. It's got a 1 turn cooldown, which means it can be used every single turn. If you crush gems as well, it will create an additional 6 Dark Power Gem 4s the next turn. It's got a self increase of 100%. So on turns when you crush gems, this hero will attack with a 100% damage increase. So it's got a self damage increase as well. So it's not a bad damage dealer. Not as powerful as the current ultimate form, but it is a pretty decent damage dealer if you haven't got anything else in your arsenal. So this is one combination that I did consider to use. It's not creating a lot of Dark Power Gems on the board, but it is giving me quite a lot of upgrade. So you got Metaverse Master, which is gonna on turn 0 is gonna give me a full board of rainbow gems, which it's gonna convert to Dark Power Gems, which is gonna crush. Now when I activate Lost Covenant's battle skill, they're gonna gain that 150% damage increase from Metaverse Master alongside a 300% self damage increase, giving me a whopping 450%. Then it's gonna upgrade all those power gems on the board and create an extra 14 Dark Power Gems. The next one up is this one. It's gonna upgrade those again by 1 rank. Then it's gonna give me an extra 5 Dark Power Gem 7s, and it will increase the damage of the entire deck by an extra 60%, giving my Lost Covenant 410% damage increase. And these two, what this one is gonna do, it's gonna increase its damage by 300%. It's gonna upgrade all power gems on the board again by 2 rank, and I've got 2 copies of that running at the end. So you can see the level of power gems I'll have on the board, and this one, and this one, I've got 300% damage increase. Now these at the end will have 360% because they're getting the 60% from this one, but they're not getting any other increase from anywhere else. They won't be dealing as much damage as Lost Covenant, but they will be dealing quite significant damage. So I think this one is okay to start out with. I'll see how I get on with it. I'll see if it's needs a bit of tweaking, because it hasn't got any cards on the board that actually dispels armor. So this one doesn't dispel armor. We know the ultimate form doesn't dispel armor, and we know the 2 master collection cards doesn't dispel armor. But I think it's nice. It's a really nice combo. Or what I could do is swap out one of the master collection card for the ultra rare, put the ultra rare at the beginning just before Metaverse Master. So I'll activate the ultra rare, Metaverse Master, Lost Covenant, then Lords of whatever that is, and the master collection card at the end, and that should still give me pretty decent damage. So that's the combination I'm going to run for the ultimate bosses, guild bosses, and soul bosses. And then I'll come up with something for the wave fights, so I'll showcase that tomorrow. But if you did manage to get ultimate form, congratulations. If you didn't, don't be too disappointed. You might not have it this event, but as I said, at the end of the season, if you save all your coin, I think this is one that you should go for. Not sure what the next 3 decks are gonna be, but this one, so far, this one is the best. So do save your coins to craft this one at the end of the season. I'm so happy that I got it, and just want to get it a bit more powerful. We'll try the 500 gem vault tomorrow to see if I can get an additional ultra rare to use the soul from the shiny master collection card to get it up to 3 pink stars. So that's all I've got for you today. If you got any question, you can leave it in the comment section below. If you got any suggestion, comments, leave it in the comment section below, or you can find me on the network app at Octane Gaming. That's it for now, so I'll see you tomorrow when we do possible combination. So like and subscribe for those of you who haven't subscribed. And for all my subscribers, thank you for all